Finally, after months and months of rumors and supposed leaks, Nintendo has announced the Nintendo Switch Lite. Just like out of nowhere before I even woke up this morning, and I usually wake up pretty early. And so if by chance you're seeing this video and you haven't heard about what the Nintendo Switch Lite is, it is a smaller Nintendo Switch. It's a single body Nintendo Switch handheld console as opposed to the Nintendo Switch, which is just basically the tablet with detachable controllers. And from what I understand, it's basically as powerful as the current Nintendo Switch. It's just smaller. Instead of a 6.2 inch screen, it has a 5.7 inch screen. No. 5.5? 5.5 inch screen. So it's going to be closer to like a modern smartphone screen as far as the size goes. It is a 720p screen, and the one big difference that I think I've seen a lot of people be kind of annoyed with is the fact that it is not dockable whatsoever. We're not even talking like it's not compatible with the dock, but you can plug it into your TV. It has no TV connectivity whatsoever. It is 100% a straightforward handheld system. And a lot of people are annoyed with this and confused, which confuses me because a lot of those people probably already have a Switch, and so they don't really need to concern themselves with the new Switch. I don't know, it's confusing to me. Now the trade-off is, though you're not getting the compatibility with a TV, you are getting $100 off of the price point, and you still get to play every Switch game that you can play in handheld mode. As far as I know, every Switch game is playable in handheld mode. Am I wrong about that? I mean, aside from maybe ones that are poorly made and have technical issues if they're not docked. I forgot to mention you can use this thing with Joy-Cons that you have to buy separately, and I just thought it was kind of funny that the example they used was 1-2 switch. Oh no, I can't play 1-2 switch, anything but that. Oh, also there's a D-pad. And now in addition, one difference that made me laugh a little bit is the improved battery life of the Nintendo Switch Lite. Now, it was one of the first things I saw when I looked at it this morning. Instead of an average of 2.5 to 6.5 hours of battery life, it's 3 hours to 7 hours. So gamers, you get an extra 30 minutes to play your little pocket-sized mini Switch. Enjoy that. I have a Nintendo Switch. There's nothing wrong with it. It works perfectly fine and I love it. I use it a lot. And I have absolutely no need for a Nintendo Switch Lite. But I kind of want one. I mean, even the people who are probably naysayers are looking at it and being like, I want that turquoise though. I like the yellow, but that turquoise, I hesitate to call it turquoise. That's more of a teal. Teal is the more green color, where turquoise is like the color scheme that I use on my channel. I use turquoise a lot. There's a difference. Now, I don't need a Nintendo Switch Lite. I don't. It would be detrimental to me if I were to get one because, I mean, aside from the fact that it costs money, if it were my only Switch, like say this one were to break and I were to replace it, replacing it with a Lite is not going to be a really good option for me because I have to have it dockable so that I can record. Unless they come out with these complicated third-party options to record off of the Lite. I'm just not into that. I like the ease of use of just docking this thing and recording when I have to, even though I do play 90% of the time in handheld mode if I'm not recording. Now the one thing that's pulling me and that's making me go, dang it, I want that, is the new Pokemon one. I've never been a fan of the Pokemon themed handheld sets out there that are based off the legendaries in the games. I prefer like the ones that have Pikachu or the Pokeball 2DS XL. Those are cool. It's the stupid buttons, like it's just buttons, but they're in my color scheme. They've got the actual turquoise and then like the magenta kind of color on the other side. You're pulling me in, Nintendo, for colored buttons, when in the end I can probably just buy colored buttons for my current Switch and have that be a lot cheaper, or I could just deal with it, because they're buttons. This is the mindset of gamers, folks. Their marketing is working. But yeah, I mean, I think it's a great option. Personally, if I were to get one, I might wait for more color options, because I'm sure those will come. More variants, more color options. I think this is going to be the system where they're going to be like, hey, this is the one we'll have fun with, like we do with our 2DS XL. Speaking of 2DS and 3DS for that matter, I'm planning to, okay, spoilers, I'm planning to make a video about the 3DS and the fact that, as I have mentioned in the past, it's pretty dead. If not, it's on its last leg. It's dying, man. Like, this is like, hey, this costs the same as a 3DS XL does, and, you know, a little bit more than a 2DS XL. We don't have any first-party games coming out for the 3DS. It's time. Play this, buy this. This is your handheld. They didn't just make this Nintendo Switch Lite for people who want a budget option for the Switch and want to go on the go. This is them saying, hey, 2DS, 3DS, what are those? Come play the Switch. It's cheaper, it's smaller, you can take it on the go. Come buy it. That's what Nintendo's doing with this. And frankly, that's fine. The 3DS was great. It is great. It is one of the best systems in handheld history, in my opinion. But, I mean, it's old. Its time's done. A lot of systems from that time are done. And so where do I stand on the Nintendo Switch Lite? Hey, it's cool that it exists. It's a budget option for somebody who might not care about the fact that it's not dockable and they just want a nice handheld Nintendo system where they can play Breath of the Wild and Smash and Mario Odyssey. But hey, you know what? That's just my opinion. So I want to know what you think. What do you think about the Nintendo Switch Lite? Do you have a Switch and plan to get one of these? Do you not have a Switch and plan to hold out for one of these? Or are you, just tell me in general. I want to know what it is that you think about the Switch Lite, as well as maybe what you think about the 3DS and the fact that this is basically Nintendo ditching it and saying goodbye. But anyway, let me know what you guys think. I really want to know.